Hello and welcome to this election season edition of Eye on Port. This program is proudly brought to you by Goyle Company Limited, Serene Insurance, Ghana Revenue Authority, and the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority. Our media partner is the Business and Financial Times. In this week's edition, we are going to bring you a discussion that ensued prior to the elections on assessing the effect of national elections on trading in the country. But before we bring you that discussion, let's take a look at some of the important activities security agencies working in Ghana's ports are doing to ensure they enhance their capabilities in protecting the ports of Ghana. Port security agencies working within Ghana's port enclave have undertaken an intensive exercise that was aimed at assessing the level of coordination of the nation's security apparatus, as well as identify gaps to improve on towards an impenetrable port. The inter-agency security exercise, dubbed Dukadaya, was also to satisfy requirements of the International Ship and Port Facility Security Code, which prescribes responsibilities for relevant stakeholders of the various ports across the globe. The allied participating security institutions, including the GPHA Security, Ghana Navy, the Army, the Marine Police, and National Security, engaged in some simulation exercises such as stowaway detection and disembarkation, how to nullify improvised explosive devices, narcotic interceptions during rummaging activities by the K9 team, diffusion of potential insurgencies in the port space, etc. The Tema Port Security Manager, Colonel William Kwabia, explained that such activities are important for his outfit as they seek to identify certain weaknesses inherent in the security structures so as to give room for corrective measures.
We have been able to identify some of the interagency gaps that we need to bridge. So I would say I'm very satisfied with the outcome of the exercise.
He continued by explaining the choice of certain simulation exercises that did enough to mimic realistic scenarios which tested the effectiveness of the security personnel.
We wanted to bring reality into the exercise as much as possible. You realize that the people who came were armed, and the Gapoha security is not armed. So we rely on the Ghana police in order to beef up our security. Eventually, they were supported by the military and the navy, and then we were able to kick out the armed bandits.
The chairman of the Port Facility Security Coordinating Committee and harbour master for the Tema Port, Captain Francis Kwesi Maika, expressed pleasure at the success of the exercise, which enabled the Allied Security Group know their capabilities in containing some of the situations. He stressed the need for improved communication skills among the agencies.
We importantly had to try to get to know of our capabilities, one, by containing the situation, but much more importantly, our communication skills by use of the recognized communication gadgets, that is the UHF sets, etc., etc.
He said consistency in such exercises would continue to enhance the capabilities of the national security apparatus responsible for the protection of the highly vital national economic assets, which are the ports of Ghana.
I believe that going forward, once we are able to work with this interplay, we should be prepared at all times to safeguard the security of this national asset.
Now back to the main subject of the week, which is assessing the trading dynamics before, during and after national elections, and some of the lessons that can be drawn from that. We engaged an assistant commissioner of customs who is in charge of the Tema collection of customs, as well as the GUTA president and also the president of the Association of Custom House Agents of Ghana, who shared their perspectives. Please take a listen.
Representatives of some of the important players in the maritime trading industry have admitted a correlation between election activities and its impact on trading. President of the Association of Customs House Agents of Ghana, ACHAG, Yao Chei, who was speaking on Iron Port a day prior to the election, said, although trading in terms of importation continues as usual, some traders sometimes suspend importation of goods in order to avoid any ad hoc economic policies that may affect business in general.
If one party campaigns on the fact that when I come back, I'll raise import duties to 500%, then they will have to look at their notes very well. Then do I need to import all my consignments here before the 7th of January? Or do I need to wait because another party also says that I'm going to reduce import duties by so much?
He added that although very unlikely, some traders also do not rule out the possibility of social unrest and certain violent public activities like rioting that may occur as a result of the outcomes of elections. Thus, they suspend large-scale trading activity.
Pockets of problems here and there, they break into warehouses and even especially the port. It could be that even militia can come to the port and seize operations of the port. You may not be able to transport your goods from the port to your warehouses, or they may even come and burn your warehouses and all that.
But these are things we haven't seen yet.
No, these are the things we have, but we also are guided by the fact that these things may happen to us, especially when it has happened to some other African countries.
Yao Chei, however, noted that with the indefinite suspension of the law to ban importation of salvage vehicles, there has been a rush by dealers in such vehicles to take advantage of the suspension, as they may not know what the outcomes of the elections may present.
It's influencing the importation of vehicles at this time. The apprehension is that they will call you and ask you what is happening to the act on salvage vehicles. It's on hold. Now, assuming Party A wins, and Party A says that yes, I'm going to continue with this implementation of this act, then it means that you could have beaten the deadline.
By importing now.
You have importing now.
Speaking as a panelist on the same program, the president of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, Dr. Joseph Obeng, who shared similar views, said traders are very calculative in these periods when making trade decisions.
The businessman is normally very rational and very cautious, and then we read the times to make our businesses. And so if there's a general anxiety as a result of a pending election and all that, then definitely we know that it will affect the way we do our business.
He said this year in particular, trading still continues, and therefore any decline in trading activities is more attributable to the continued effect of COVID-19.
The only problem that we'll be facing is the delays that have caused because of the COVID. Most people were under lockdown. They weren't even much resource because of the long time of being confined under the lockdown before things stabilize for normal business.
He, however, revealed that foreigners are very likely to repatriate their monies to their home countries as a security measure in the case of social unrest in the country in the aftermath of elections, which has a trickle-down effect on the financial stability of the economy.
Uncertainty or drive the movement of money itself. This happens normally on behalf of the on the part of the foreigners.
Uncertainty drive movement of money.
Yeah, because most of them even during election period they send their monies out to their countries.
I see.
This is mostly by the foreigners, and I know what I'm talking about.
The GUTA president indicated that during the run-up to elections, some sections of traders who deal in politically related merchandise enjoy some advantage due to high demand.
During elections, government spending goes high, and then when it goes high, it means that it has to influence or affect election-related products in the market. For instance, electricians will buy, politicians will buy street lights for the villages and all that. Then it will help those people in that industry to show up their sales.
Also participating in the discourse was the Assistant Commissioner in charge of the Tema Collection of Customs, Joseph Eduche, who revealed that a lot of cargoes remain uncleared at the port of Tema prior to the elections.
Checking from NPS, even though containers are coming, people are not clearing.
Okay. All the containers are coming.
But people are not clearing. All because of what the two speakers have said, uncertainty, and then all this, and then people are apprehensive. People are apprehensive. All because of the election promises and the rest.
The AC also revealed some significant decline over the course of the year, which he attributed to the effect of coronavirus as well as the challenges that emerged from the introduction of a new customs management system.
In June, because the system was new, people did not people were not adjusted, and so there were challenges. And that year, that month gave us the worst revenue per fund, which was negative 46.22.
He forecasted that post-elections, the frequency in clearance will bounce back, as it is the common practice during the pre-Christmas peak period, and his outfit expects to rake in a lot of revenue for government during this period.
December is the time we rake in more revenue for the state, and so after 7th December, I hope importers and then the clearing agents and the brokers will come forward and then do business as usual.
Touching on the law of the ban on importation of salvage vehicles, the Tema Sector Commander confirmed that the ban remains suspended, so importers may continue to bring in such vehicles.
Nobody has stopped anybody from clearing the salvage cars.
Good.
And we are working on salvage cars.
Yeah, so salvage cars are coming in.
People are bringing the salvage cars.
He however lamented the many wrecked imported vehicles abounding at the port of Tema, which is not good for the country.
But you'll be surprised to go to car park and see some conditions of the vehicles. The owners bring them when they are given the tax bill and they see the amount to pay, they abandon. There are a lot of accident vehicles, salvage vehicles, which cannot be redeemed.
Joseph Educhi also revealed many ongoing customs initiatives that are intended to make doing business at the port of Ghana easier, like increasing digitization and the coming aboard of multiple banks for the payment of duties.
Now we have
the banks have gone up.
We have about 6 banks in the long run now receiving government revenue. But I think there are about 18.
The president of ACHAC, Yaoche, also praised the shipping lines and terminal operators and other players in the port industry for improved digitization interventions that has made doing business more efficient and convenient for importers.
The shipping lines and Ghana Ports and Harbours Authorities and others have all started even applying some basic issues that we have also been talking about on the paperless issue. E-payments, and customs is even now doing e-payments. You can even pay duties at the comfort of your homes or even at the banks without necessarily giving the monies to the clearing agent or necessarily bringing the money all the way to the port.
The GUTA president, Dr. Joseph Obey, corroborated the significant digital interventions at the port of Ghana and asked for more as Ghana joins the rest of Africa for the free trade area.
We want customs to fast track on some of these issues, especially entering into the continental free trade in the coming year, and all that red tapeism and all that will not help the trading community. Okay. So the new norm, like Mr. Che was saying about the transactions, electronic transactions and all that should be enhanced.
Overall, the panelists lauded the government, citizenry and the various political parties for instilling confidence in them over the years during the electoral season, which has not had any dire effects on trading in Ghana.
Iron Port returns shortly. Stay tuned.
Every now and again, Goil makes good things happen. This time, Goil has introduced Super XP Ron 95, a higher grade fuel loaded with additives and yet sold at the same price as normal fuel. Gold Super XP Run 95 enhances engine performance like never before. It maintains the engine by keeping it clean from carbon deposits. Gold Super XP Run 95 is designed to burn slowly and thus improves fuel economy, making you save money after several kilometers. Gold Super XP Run 95 gives you a smooth driving experience, that is, less vibrations. Fill up with Gold Super XP Run 95. Now there's no need to pay more for any higher grade fuel. Goil has that sorted. Goil, good energy.
Electricity, then pay your taxes. Our taxes, our future.
Because you see, without our taxes, we wouldn't have good roads, good schools, better hospitals, street lights, and other very important social amenities. When we pay our taxes, we give our children free and quality education. Talga, my money too small. Why should I pay my tax? Look, small. Salifo, it doesn't matter how small or big your business or income is. You still have to pay your taxes. The little taxes from each and every one of us, when put together, could give your community clean water or that deprived school with tables and chairs. Please pay your taxes. It is your responsibility. It is your civic duty. It is the law.
Oh, how are you?
Hi Yvonne, a few words please. Everyone is talking about the fire at your production house last week. How are you holding up? Has production stalled?
No, not at all. My crew and everyone on my set is perfectly fine because I insure with Serene Insurance. As a matter of fact, I've had all my equipment replaced, including the vehicles that were affected. My workers have been sorted out. Even my production downtime has been covered. So it's all good. I have a meeting to attend to, so I have to get going. Sorry about that.
Which insurance company did you mention?
Serene Insurance, the new face of insurance, a member of First Sky Group.
Sa coronavirus yare no yare a sign pa. So obi bi na se opo wagu so ana se obinti gu so a utumenya yare ni bi.
Okadi ni bahani onaka oyehila ekoji. Ohe banye do. Oba wulo. Ogo bahunu. Oba chine. Ojamba wohe. Oba na sen kaka. Mekme musunchon. Mekme nuni enihe.
Coronavirus infection, the symptoms can range from mild, one of it being asymptomatic. Asymptomatic just means that you may not have any symptoms at all, and the disease process can gradually worsen to be a severe form, the severest being ultimately death.
We are expected to sanitize our hands when our hands are not visibly soiled or you can't really see dirt on your hands. If you can see dirt on your hands, the best thing to do is to wash your hands with soap and the running water.
If you're using any of the cloth face masks, always make sure you have a rubber bag ready to receive it when you remove it, or you have a bowl of warm soapy water in which you can place the mask and wash. Wash your mask, dry in the hot sun for at least 5 hours, and apply heat by way of ironing.
Welcome back. Now let's take a look at some of the international port and maritime related stories happening around the globe. A container shipping liner, Ocean Network Express, has revealed that about 40 containers of the estimated 1,900 boxes damaged or lost from one APA's container ship earlier this week are believed to contain dangerous cargo. The 14,052 TEU container ship was en route from Yanshan, China to Long Beach, USA, approximately 1,600 nautical miles northwest of Hawaii on November 30, when it encountered a violent storm cell producing gale force winds and large swells, which caused the one APUS to roll heavily, resulting in the dislodging of the lost containers. The master diverted a vessel to ensure the ongoing safety of the crew and ship until conditions eased. The Japanese-flagged bulk ship is now proceeding in a westerly direction towards Japan with plans to seek a suitable port to right unstable containers, assess any damages, and determine the exact numbers of containers lost. 4 seafarers have been kidnapped in the latest piracy attack in the Gulf of Guinea involving a crude oil tanker. According to Dryad Global, the boarding of MV Agesilaus was reported on November 29 while the vessel was underway in Ghanaian waters, 5 nautical miles from the western edge of the Gulf of Guinea and 22 nautical miles west of Togo's territorial waters. Data from the marine traffic shows the ship was approaching the port of Lomé, Togo from Point Noir in Congo. Dryad said that the vessel's AIS data indicates that the ship's crew attempted to avoid the boarding through evasive maneuvers but was not successful. The tanker reportedly had 23 crew members on board prior to the incident, including Russian, Romanian, and Filipino nationals. The vessel is now reported safe. Local authorities have been notified. Data from Dryad shows that this is the 24th confirmed kidnapping incident in the waters of the Gulf of Guinea within 2020, with 122 crew kidnapped from vessels. The attack is being reported on the back of a string of successful kidnappings in the area over the past month. Member unions of the International Transport Workers Federation have helped recover more than $1.7 million in wages owed to seafarers amid a concerning rise in abandonment cases by ship owners. The national union affiliates have assisted more than 135 seafarers across 12 ships in the Arab world to return to their families across the globe. Cases of abandonment and unpaid wages is reportedly on the rise. Also, more employers are believed to be withholding the wages they owe to seafarers who are paying the price. This has been largely attributed to crew change. Government's COVID-19 border restrictions, the cost of international flights mean that more employers are cutting their losses and abandoning their obligations towards seafarers. The ITF said, in typical cases of abandonment, employers will stop paying wages for a number of weeks and even months. 14 nations represented on the high-level panel for a sustainable ocean economy and accounting for 30% of the world's oceans through the exclusive economic zones have committed to the sustainable management of the ocean. The nations led by Norway include Australia, Canada, Fiji, Jamaica, Japan, Portugal, Chile, Ghana, Indonesia, Kenya, Mexico, Namibia, and Palau. The countries have now made a commitment to sustainably manage 100% of the ocean areas under their national jurisdiction in line with sustainable ocean plans by 2025. This means that in 5 years' time, close to 40% of the world's coastline and 30% of all exclusive economic zones will be covered by integrated management plans. The Ocean Panel's final report identifies 5 key building blocks to creating a sustainable ocean economy, which are using data to drive decision-making, engaging in goal-oriented ocean planning, de-risking finance, and using innovation to mobilize investment and stopping land-based pollution.
It's time for the schedule of vessels berthed in the port, those at anchorage, and those expected in the coming weeks, plus the Bank of Ghana exchange rates, which you may need to know to clear your cargo with. Now, please listen to some comments from viewers of the program.
Here are some comments. This one says, please, I want to know why a car coming from the USA, the duty is charged in US dollars, euro for cars from Europe, but they use dollars for a car from Japan. Hello, the Assistant Commissioner said the Japanese yen is used in the case of cars from Japan. This one says, hi Ion Port, is there any app on Android or iOS that can be used to calculate duties at our ports? Hello, the duty calculator is not yet available on a mobile app, but you can type in external.unipassghana.com on your web browser to access the duty calculator. My name is Ebenezer from Takrade. I want to know why import duty on vehicles are too high in Ghana. Hello Ebenezer, the Assistant Commissioner in charge of the Tema Collection of Customs said import duties in Ghana are moderate, especially as government has reduced the benchmark values of general goods by 50% and home delivery values of cars by 30%. Nana from Spintex Road said, I was shocked to pay a total bill of almost 40,000 Ghana cedis to clear a BMW X3. Before shipping the car from the US, I used the old duty calculator and it was about 30,000 Ghana cedis. Honestly, it is too much. Can I get a breakdown to digest? Hello Nana. The AC indicated that the duty calculators, although are good guides for importers of vehicles, it only provides estimates of duties, so they should not be solely relied on. He mentioned age of vehicle, special features as some of the incidental charges that can affect the final duty of vehicles.
That's all for this election season edition of Eye on Port. Thank you for watching.